Hello and welcome to the Anime Dumpster Dive Year 1 recap video.
Boom, boom, baby.
Boom, boom, baby. I am your host, Jake H. I am joined by my co-host, DJ.
Hey, it's me, DJ, the
And my
best
other co-host,
guy
Anthony.
on the show.
Other
Ouch!
co-host, Anthony.
I absolutely would argue that.
That I'm the best guy on the show? Thank you, Anthony.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, DJ. I can't ever let you have a win.
Yeah,
you know?
you can't let DJ have a win.
DJ's good. You know what DJ's good at? He's good at wearing headphones. You know?
Oh, look at me go! Look at me go right
Look,
now!
he's
got
got
it.
a
Pretty good
one
guy.
whole ear
Nope.
on.
I'll tell you what. DJ, he's pretty good at sitting.
Pretty
Too.
good at sitting.
Oh, look at me! I'm doing that too!
Look at Anthony being all nice.
Look at me. That's some would say that's my New Year's resolution. Huh? To give more
Yes.
people compliments.
This is our episode that we're going to be well, not episode. This is our video that we're going to be releasing New Year's Eve. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to talk about not all the bad anime. We're going to talk about our some of our favorite things about the bad anime that we watched. Because guys, we've watched I think 23 bad anime and 4
Jesus
seasonal
Christ.
anime. 4 season
Holy
anime.
shit.
That's 27 full shows in a year that we just watched.
That's why I haven't watched
How
any
did
other
we
anime.
do it? How did we
How did
do
we
it?
do-
Oh my gosh.
Badly. So
Yeah,
much of my time has been dedicated to watching shit. It's terrible.
Some of it was great.
It's okay, but some of it was great.
You
Some
remember
was,
Handshakers?
There's some great stuff that we rifled through in this trash. So we're gonna be positive. We're gonna be talking about some of the positive stuff because you guys heard us be negative all year about these anime.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, out of all the bad anime we've watched, there had to be some redeeming quality to some of them. So something I asked you guys earlier to think about is what is the best character in all these bad anime that we've watched that like you guys can remember that has like
Did
stuck
you-
out to you?
Really asked me that earlier?
I did.
Alright, so you go first, Anthony.
I asked you that before we started recording.
I mean, God! I'm not supposed to be listening to you before the
Let's
recording?
see.
Come on, alright, best.
And it's gotta be out of a bad anime.
Alright, list them all in order, Jake.
List them all in order. I don't think I can remember all of them. Uramanga Sensei, Handshakers, King's Game.
King's Game.
I should have had a list.
Valkyrie Drive Mermaid. I got
Valkyrie
you.
Drive
I got
Mermaid.
you, baby. School Days.
School Days. Okay.
And then we jumped to Big Order.
Oof.
And my girlfriend is a show bitch.
My girlfriend's a show bitch.
I don't know what Boob Samurai was called.
Something Kagura, something.
Yeah. And then we did Junie Taisen.
Oh,
Okay.
Then we had Sword Art Online.
No,
Does
next
that
one
count?
we had was Citrus. Because that's
Citrus,
Sword
yeah.
Sword Art
Gare.
Online?
No, we didn't watch Sword Art
Not
Online. We
watch-
just talked about it with Gare.
Citrus. Then we did Soul Eater Not. And then
that was Diabolic Lovers.
yeah, that was
the next one.
Diabolic Lovers was the next one. Do we have a thumbs down on that video?
Keep going. What else?
Because
do we
I'm
got?
going to kill somebody if we
Thumbs
do.
down.
Anyway. Anyways, then it is Angels of Death and Magical Girl Sight, Bloodivores. I want you to the face, the panties anime,
I want
and
you
then that's
really
it.
short panties anime where they just did panties.
Just showed panties. I want you to make a disgusted face while showing
So,
my panties.
let's see. Taking that list into account and remembering some of my favorite characters. I don't want to do my favorite. I want to do some of the most memorable characters that I can remember.
Just change it.
Fucking Chad. Chad from King's Game. I know that I brought him up during the episode. His name's not Chad.
Oh,
He's
the bro, the guy
Yeah,
who's
the
just his
bro.
bro out of nowhere.
bro.
It's like, hey, man,
Man.
like you got beat up by
Like-
our classmates.
Oh
I'm your
my
friend
gosh,
now.
dude, that was the best part. He's just like, I forget what was the girl's name?
The girl that killed
Crap.
herself.
Yeah,
Or tries
no.
to kill herself?
The one with the long red hair.
Oh, the bad guy.
Yeah, the bad guy. Anyways,
The
bad
bad
guy's
guy in a
sitting
show
there
that didn't need a
talking,
bad
and
guy?
he walks up and boom, smacks the shit out of her. I like that.
You like
That
that?
was my favorite part.
Let me take it to the YouTube channel so I can.
Let's see. I'd say he's not going to be the MVP of the year, but man, I remember that guy. And as much as we didn't ever finish Angels of Death, and I most memorable character, I liked Zach.
Zach?
I
From
like
Angels of
Zach.
Death? We should,
think-
we should
I
really get
think-
Casey and finish up Angels of Death.
Yep. I think Zach from Angels of Death is probably my most memorable character of the year. Super edgelord. And he really surprised me. I liked it.
You liked him. You're like,
I
I like
liked
this
it.
Zach guy and his
Yeah.
edginess.
Yeah.
Okay, so
At one point in time, he gets shot, and he's like, he shows that his superhuman, strength is pretty cool, And most memorable in that sense, right? We're not talking about, like, the worst.
No, I'm not talking about. I didn't even say memorable. You're the one who changed the topic. I was saying
You said my favorite.
Your favorite or best, or I guess you used MVP of the year, and I like that one.
Yeah.
Like, who's your most
Okay.
valuable person?
MVP of the year is definitely Zach. Close second is Chad. Man, I love that guy.
Wow, he got you right from the beginning. You're like,
Yeah, he did. He dies too early. He's a good
This is
boy.
only the bad ones, not the
only
seasons.
the bad ones, not the good ones that we watched too.
And close, I'd say runner-up. Now, I was going to bring up the girl from Magical Girl site, but I can't even remember her name.
Were you talking about the blonde one?
Gunny
Yeah.
McGunnerson.
Yeah.
All right, because I think DJ's still going to be thinking about it. For me,
No, I got it.
Oh, you got who's your MVP?
I got my top.
All right,
Number one. What's his name?
Your
I thought you
MVP.
had it.
Makoto from School Days, number one.
You did take it.
Ooh, yeah.
No, he's
the
not
worst.
my actual number
No,
one.
I know,
He's
I
not
know.
my actual
Oh,
number
gosh.
one. Number two is
who's your
Showbiz
actual
girlfriend from My Girlfriend is a Sobitch.
Okay.
Showbiz girlfriend.
And number one is Stickman from Big Order.
The guy who's the giant stick.
For one episode.
This mysterious
Tree
Stickman
man.
who you never get to see his powers. He just has tree powers.
Yep.
Not only in the manga do you ever get to see his powers. The mysterious, ultra-powerful Stickman from Big Order is number one. The only serious answer on there is Showbiz. I actually really did like her. I liked her style.
So she's
But yeah,
your
man,
MVP.
Stickman.
and
No, it's Stickman. It's
Stickman's MVP and runner-up is
Showbiz.
the one that's number two and on the list for actual good reasons of being a good character is Showbiz from My Girlfriend's Showbiz. The one that because of his mystery and awesomeness is Stickman. That's why he's
For me, since we're doing two, my
Yeah.
runner-up is Elf from Uramanga Sensei because she was the only part of that show I liked, and that was enough to put it in the recycling bin for me. I remember that because I didn't like a lot of that show, but I liked all the parts
I
of
didn't like
it.
it either. Yeah.
So she's my number two, but my number one, my MVP for all the bad anime that we watched was Tiger from Juni Taisen, because her storyline comes at a point where that show was rock bottom and saved it from being possibly the worst show I've seen.
better than
Yeah.
Makoto, really.
Better than
Tiger.
Well, that brings me to my next
Surprise.
question I have for you guys. Without
all the
spoiling anything from the shows that
shit.
we watched.
I told you them all that he fucks all the bitches.
To stop you from spoiling anything from all the shows that we watched, what are some of the more memorable scenes from these anime?
Most memorable death. I don't know if I could say without spoiling.
I said
what the
scene,
most
not
memorable
death.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Most memorable scene? Without-
Non-spoilery?
Well,
Without
I guess say
spoiling?
the anime with the most memorable scene.
King's Game.
King's Game.
Anything.
Anything in King's
That's
Game.
true. That's true.
Okay.
No specific scene, but I will say Immolation. That's the one that I'm thinking of.
Oh
Big
my
Order.
god, such a bad scene.
Big Order. The
Yeah.
the jumping out of the airplane scene.
Oh, okay.
Mostly due to Stickman being there.
Stickman being there.
Oh,
Just falling through the sky. He doesn't end up doing anything.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say what happens in it. but I don't know how you guys aren't just saying School Days.
Yeah, School Days. Anything School Days.
No, that's true.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
School Days. School Days stuck with me so hard. I recommend it to people now.
Yeah, I don't.
Do you? Anthony's like, nah, I stay away from it.
Soul Eater Knots.
There's only one reason why I would recommend School Days to somebody, and that's if they said, I want to watch a vampire anime, and I want you to watch this with me. I'd smack the shit out of them, and then I'd show them School Days. I'd make a marathon it for 12 hours.
Watch School Days instead, because I said I'd rather watch 12 hours of School Days.
Soul Eater Knots got some good scenes in it.
Soul Eater's has some good scenes. The first episode of Magical Girl Sight is great.
Yeah. I liked that. There's enough edge. This is out of any, or are these just the bad ones?
Just the bad ones
still.
again.
Just the bad ones. Still.
Again, we're trying to find the good in these bad anime that we watch.
Oh, okay. That's it. No, I picked Big Order. I'm sticking with Big Order.
Okay. So
King's Game. I mean,
King's
that's
Game,
what I meant.
I think the serious answer would probably be Soul Eater Knot. Or Magical Girl Sight. The beginning's got some good scenes. Okay. Stuff that actually, I think School Days is the winner there.
Is the winner. Okay. So, and then we've talked about it constantly. We all know what our respective worst animes of the year that we've watched on this podcast. But what's our favorite bad anime?
Might be the worst show of all time that I've ever watched.
The worst show of all time.
It might be. It very well might be.
Oh wait, sorry, I asked the wrong question. I meant to say, like, we all know what the worst bad show that we watched is, but what's the best good show that we watched this year?
The best good show?
We watched Madoka Magica, Yuri on Ice, and A Place Further Than the Universe. Because the first season, we didn't realize that we should give ourselves a break from the bad anime.
Yuri on Ice.
I don't know why I said that. We all had our respective picks.
But I think we all knew the answer to my answer.
Yeah. Madoka Magica for me. Though I will say, Place Further Than the Universe really climbed up on shows that I tell people to watch.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. I think that for the shows that we've watched, the good ones, yeah. Oh, yeah. Place Further Than the Universe is right there. But Yuri on Ice, admittedly, is my dark horse. I love that show. I love that show, and I will no longer tell anyone not to watch it.
Is it because Chris is your favorite character?
Because the saucy boy love. That's what.
It's hot.
Oh, these podcasts are gonna make me come.
So we also watched.
That was an impression. I'm not a weirdo. Okay, that was an impression.
I know. So we talked about the bad. We talked about the good. Now we're going to talk about the seasonal.
That's the good and the seasonal. That's what this.
That's what. So the 4 seasonal anime that we watched in order were Killing Bites, Magical Girl Ore, Cells at Work, and Zombieland Saga. So, DJ, how about you start us off and you give us your 1 to 4?
Starting from best.
Let's build up 4 to 1.
My least favorite one was Cells at Work. I enjoyed, it a lot, but I mean, compared to the other ones, I felt like it was not the best. There was just too many real good ones for it to be up there. But it was good anime. I liked it a lot. Second would be the one we just watched, Magical Girl Saga, not Magical Girl Saga, Zombieland Saga. Again, the only reason it trumps Cells at Work for me just because I thought it was funnier. I really loved moments in Cells at Work. There was a lot of really great comedy in there, but I felt like I laughed a little harder at the comedy in Magical Girl Puck. At Zombieland Saga. It's the 3 names. I laughed harder at the comedy in Zombieland Saga than I did in the other one that I was talking about just a second ago. Cells at Work. Gotcha. The white blood cell being covered in blood, slashing people is amazing, but Kotaro doing his thing in Zombieland Saga was just too funny to not put it above Cells at Work. My second favorite one is Killing Bites. I think it was a great premise. that was just right for awesome fight scenes, and they did a really good job with it. I'm excited for season 2 of that one. That's going to be an anime I watch on the podcast or not on the podcast. It's going to be good. And my favorite one was Magical Girl Ore, being because we've talked about it in the past. It just almost placates to everything that I like my humor and my favorite genres and stuff like that. It is right. It's perfect for almost a perfect comedy anime designed for me to enjoy. And yeah, that's why it was my favorite one.
Okay. Anthony, how about yours? 4-1.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just want to stress here that this is my favorites. Okay, DJ, I want you to hear me out here.
Why did you put it in the recycling bin if you like it?
Right. So, and by no means, any of these shows you could pick up tomorrow. I'm telling you.
If you're not watching them with us,
you should have been watching them. You should have been watching them. And go back and stop whatever you're doing and watch all 4 shows, because in whatever order you decide to watch them in, I guarantee you're going to love them. So for me, that being said, number 4 is Magical Girl Ore. I had a lot of memorable moments in this show. I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. That being said, it was just. It was good. It was good. I liked it. But the next show that I would put at number 3, Zombieland Saga, like I said, in no means makes it a bad show. Had great comedy. That's the biggest thing that I think stays consistent about these 4 that we watched. Well, not necessarily. I guess the 3 comedic shows that we watched. I think that out of all 3 of them, Zombieland Saga hits the middle for me. But man, are there a lot of memorable moments that I can just pull, in my brain. I loved it. I thought it was funny. I loved the characters. But number 2 is Cells at Work. I think Cells at Work was done so well, and it was just short. It was that digestible content, not something that I was really, really banking on being invested, but ended up getting invested and really rooting for those characters. I really root for those little blood cells. So I love that. I didn't think I would ever say that, but I did. And number 1, man, Killing Bites. Killing Bites is pretty good. I loved it. It was interesting, cool concept. I really hope that we get a season 2. And hey, Hitomi, best girl of 2018. So
I think upon further introspection, I would put Killing Bites above Magical Girl Ore.
Oh, okay.
Thinking about it, I just enjoyed that one a lot more.
Yeah, for different reasons too. I enjoyed Magical Girl Ore for the lightheartedness and stayed for the jokes and men in skirts. I liked it. I like I said, in no way is it a bad show, and in fact, some of the most memorable jokes I can pull from Magical Girl Ore. But my personal favorite is Killing Bites.
Okay. So for me, my 4-1, and again, like Anthony was stressing, just because it's last on my list does not mean I thought it was bad. And I would recommend all these shows. Number 4 for me is Magical Girl Ore. Again, the jokes just didn't hit me as hard with this one as it did with DJ, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. I just thought there was one episode that didn't hit at all for me, and I kind of was just annoyed by its presence the entire season. But again, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. I watched it. A big thing with the seasonal anime that I kind of judged in my head was that if I didn't watch it on a weekly basis, I wasn't being entertained. And I watched all of them on a weekly basis, so I was entertained constantly by it. Number 3. Now, these two can almost be interchangeable, but I'm going to put number 3 here. Number 3 for me is Cells at Work. I enjoyed the comedy. I enjoyed the knowledge that was being passed on to it. I thought it was just a fun educational show, which is something that I hadn't seen before and really enjoyed. And the characters are great. Like Anthony said, it has you rooting for things that you never thought you'd root for. And it just made the body entertaining, and I really enjoyed that.
I can think of a genre that makes the body really entertaining.
Okay, all right, DJ.
Number 2. Number 2 for me is Zombieland Saga. Reason probably it's above Cells at Work is because the recency of watching it, but I enjoyed the comedy, and as well, Kotaro is one of my favorite characters, who is like instant interaction made me go, I want to dress up as this character because that character's fucking awesome. Like, I feel like he would be the anime convention character, like Deadpool character, where people dress up as him and be dicks because they can, because they're dressed up as a character. I loved every bit of it. I loved the singing. I have a favorite girl from it. It's great. And number one for me, which is no surprise, it seems to be everyone's, is Killing Bites. It's great. The action's great. The characters are great. Anthony's insane because best girl's Cheetah.
Oh, you're wrong. You're dead wrong.
Come on, when she's getting slammed and she's just bracing herself because she's seeing the world in slow motion, that's fantastic.
Do you like Tiger and Cheetah? Come on.
Oh yeah, I like Tiger from. You show me them cat girls who, you know.
Yeah, apparently. Jeez.
That's my catchphrase.
I got a type. So, yeah, so I'd say Killing Bites really, the one with the sharpest fangs won.
Yeah, amen to that.
That's how Killing Bites works. Actually.
That's what Killing Bites is.
Yeah, that's also how it works too.
I want you to text Kobe right now and ask him what Killing Bites is.
So, well, I'll text him. I was like, what is Killing Bites? Killing Bites is great. All right, so we talked about our seasonal. Now we're going to take a step outside of our podcast and into our actual lives. And so since we've been watching a lot of bad stuff, we watched some good stuff. We watched some pretty good seasonal shows. What's the best show that you watched outside of the podcast in 2018? It doesn't have to be released in 2018, but just the best show that you watched in 2018.
Oof, man, that's really tough. I had watched Made in Abyss outside of the podcast, and I'd say that it's probably historically one of my most recommended to everyone.
Just recently, though, right?
Well, I finished it. I mean, we took the trip in July. I finished that. I finished it while we were on the trip, and I watched the whole thing. I mean, I was like, because I feel like, I mean, I live in a world where things that are very old are still recent to me because I'm a weirdo. But I feel like you just finished that one. Yeah. I mean, a few months ago. I mean, up until recently, and this is like banking on me not seeing the 12th episode of Goblin Slayer. Hands down, I would recommend that show to anyone. I think that it is probably one of the strongest shows to be released in 2018. And I mean, this is just, in my honest opinion, Jake, I know you watched. I know Darling in the Franxx didn't really hit with a lot of people. I think that what did it hit? Hit like a 7?
It hit like a 7 on my anime list, which I agree with. I agree.
Right? And like there are certain shows that I know didn't really land with people. I mean, what did we get this year? We got the second season. No, we got another season of Shokugeki, right? Food Wars.
Yeah, that was way early in the season. We got another.
That was way early. But I would argue that Goblin Slayer is probably the most memorable and the best show. I think that it will get best show.
Really?
I honestly hope so. Because
you don't think Slime is going to get it?
No, I do not. I do not, because Slime's not going to finish in 2018.
It's not. It's finishing in 2019.
So, exactly. So that's my argument. It is, and this is, again, without me seeing the 12th episode, easily one of the best shows that I've watched. Easily.
I've only seen a few episodes of Goblin Slayer, and my favorite thing about him is he's just himself.
Uh-huh.
Playing goblins.
You know what he does? He slays goblins.
Goblins.
I mean, it's...
Who's that guy? Oh, I know now.
For me, it's like...
Oh, he says, okay.
He, Goblin Slayer is a show that has been, kind of paired with the term that it is the D&D anime. And honestly, everybody is fucking running with that. And I, as much as I love Dungeons and Dragons, that's not why I love this show. I love this show because it is so good. Like, the animation is amazing. The characters are easy to like. And the plot, it's very easy to digest. You're like, let's kill some fucking goblins. Let's do it.
That's my favorite analogy of the D&D analogy is a DM trying to convince a single player to go along with the main plot. Because so it's constantly just putting goblins into the main plot to force the player to play.
Yeah, exactly.
But my character's the Goblin Slayer. Why would he go there?
He's not going to go there.
The DM's like, okay, well, this time there's an ogre. How about that?
He goes, is that a goblin?
I don't
No,
know.
then I don't care.
Yeah. But there's goblins there.
Oh, okay, now I'll kill some goblins. All right.
All right. Oh, I liked it. I honestly, and again, this is me, maybe Jake can attest to the 12th episode, but as a seasonal anime 1 to 11, I have watched every single episode on release except for this last one. Yeah. And if that's not a testament to how good the show is, man, I really want to give my runner-up to Slime, but I won't because I'm going to give it to Made in Abyss. Made in Abyss is one of the best shows I've ever watched. It is a touching show with lots of great characters, great plot, and amazing animation. I will be heartbroken if we do not get a season 2.
Season 2 is coming out this year. 2019.
So, there we go.
It's canceled.
Anthony's heart is saved.
Well, mean, DJ. Mean.
Just because Anthony likes it so much.
For me, I hate to say this because fucking hey, it sounds like me and Anthony are the same. I also watched Made in Abyss this year, which is fantastic, and I love it, and it's easily in my top 5 anime. I also would recommend the seasonal, the anime that came out this year that I freaking loved was Goblin Slayer. Episodes 1 through 12, fantastic. Enjoyed every minute of it. Just the type of... in a world filled with isekai, where it's a guy getting transported to a fantasy world, it's nice to just get a fantasy world where there's no guy having to learn the system. There's no guy being the fish out of water. It's just a fantasy world that exists, and there's this motherfucker who knows who he is, and I love that. Mm-hmm. So I love Goblin Slayer. Uma Musume Pretty Derby, which was a show about horse girls, about like famous derby horses being horse girls running track. I loved.
Is Secretary in it?
No, but I think if there was ever a second season, me, Kobe, and Jeff, when I was a guest on one of their podcasts, talked about that there's probably a phone game coming out from it because it's made by a phone game studio. So phone game's probably coming out of it, and we think Secretariat might be like a character that you can get in the game because it's going to be like one of those collect waifu like games.
Well, you just sound like Temple Run?
They're all...
No, I don't think...
So they're all...
They're all famous Japanese racehorses.
Oh, so no Seattle Slew?
No Seattle Slew, no...
Or Admiral?
No Egyptian Pharaoh.
No, it's American Pharaoh.
American Pharaoh, fuck. Oh my god.
You're going out of order.
I know, I'm sorry. No.
Citation? Galleon Fox?
Secretary. No, Seabiscuit.
Seabiscuit didn't win the Triple Crown. Oh, sorry. I was listing Triple Crown winners.
Oh, okay. I'm just naming other ones.
I can only do that because it's an office quote.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed Hanbado, which... bear with me here, guys. It's an anime about badminton. And I will tell you right now, I am fucking ready to play some badminton. Like, after watching that anime. It makes it look so fucking intense.
That's classic.
Like, destroy your family, like, emotionally intense. Because that's what fucking happens.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what? Just I hate to interrupt, Jake. A quick blurb. I was on Nerd Blaze as well, thankfully. Thank you to Kobe and Jeff for having both me and Jake on. It was awesome. I would do it absolutely again.
Screw you guys, Kobe and Jeff.
I was on the podcast for One Outs. There was a show that was released a few years ago. I'm sorry I don't remember when it was released, but One Outs was also...
baseball.
It was about baseball.
It makes me want to watch... I listened to that podcast. Made me want to watch it.
And it is pretty good. It is pretty good. They get a lot of things right, and as a baseball fan, to what Jake can attest to, I don't know, have you ever watched a track anime and been like, yeah, I just want to go run?
I did that with Uma Musume Pretty Derby, which is funny. And,
that's awesome.
Prince of Stride, because both of them... Prince of Stride is a little iffy, but there's one scene in particular where the entire series, up to this point, I'm going, this guy would run better if he just would straighten his back.
Right.
And then in one episode, his rival's talking to him, and he goes, you'd run better if you straighten your back. And I'm like, that was
That's
on
right,
fucking
rival.
purpose the entire time. and then the rest of the series, he's running with a straighter back, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, that's fantastic.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, I mean, quick blurb, that also makes it to the honorable mentions. Sorry.
Surprisingly, Jake also did that with Yuri on Ice the first time he watched it. He was like, guys, let's fucking ice skate.
I did. I enjoyed Yuri on Ice.
Didn't you buy, I hate to do this on the podcast, Jake, but didn't you buy like a bunch of Lululemon, like spandex?
No.
And stuff?
For ice skating? No.
No, I'm kidding. No, I
Not
didn't
for
do
ice
that.
skating.
But not gonna lie, the Yuri on Ice, I've always had this dream that if we got like a certain amount of subscribers on here, that us three would learn ice skating and recreate the opening of Yuri on Ice.
Ooh.
I'll do it tomorrow.
100,000 subscribers, we recreate the opening of Yuri on Ice.
Amen to that. Here's the callback right now.
Subscriber special. 0 subscriber special.
0 subscriber special. I do have one idea planned for 100 subscribers, but I'll wait till we get closer for that, because, we're at 28 right now, and I'm thankful for every single one of those people.
You guys wait for our 29 subscriber special.
30. Come on. Let's build it up.
We'll have one then, too.
So, for me, I would say Goblin Slayer is the one that came out this year that I really loved that didn't have any precursor. Because with the Shokugeki, you kind of had to watch it. My Hero Academia had some stuff that you had to go watch. So I'd say Goblin Slayer is my favorite just single season anime that came out this year. Made in Abyss is my favorite anime that I watched this year, and I know this wasn't an option, but one of my favorite moments of anime this year is the My Hero Academia movie, and it was fucking great, and I'm so happy it was so successful because that just opens the door for more anime movies to be released in the U.S.
Yep.
Like Dragon Ball Super Broly coming out in January.
Yeah. Hope that's a good one.
I've heard only good things. So, all right, DJ, how about you? What's an
anime?
I
can't think of any animes I watched this year.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you some sweet shows that I've watched this year. What's up, guys?
Right, so
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, right.
I'm pretty sure the only anime I've watched this year, and I haven't even finished it yet, is Dragon Ball Super. Other than that, I may have watched some, but I cannot think of them at the moment. As for shows, Jeopardy. You guys should be watching Jeopardy every week. It's on Netflix now. They have the Battle of the Decades on Netflix, Jeopardy event.
Okay.
Of
this video is supposed to be shorter than other ones, so we're just going to skip over this.
What? No. I've got some real shows on here.
It's just it's shows. We're just
Great British Baking Show is fantastic. There's a
God.
show called Evil Genius.
You didn't even watch that. I know what the heck you were doing while you were watching that show. You weren't even watching it.
I've watched every episode of Great British Baking Show, Anthony. Thank you very much. I have. I was introduced to it in a very strange manner.
Okay,
but I watched Sabrina. Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, pretty good.
Oh, I want to watch that one, but skipping this part. Okay. So we talked about other anime that we watched this.
I didn't.
You didn't because you didn't watch any. If you want to be part of that part of the section of the podcast, you got. No, this isn't a podcast.
Dogs. The Netflix show Dogs. It's amazing.
It looks sad because it's about dogs. It looks like it make me cry. Anyway.
Black Mirror, guys. Black Mirror.
Anyway, Bandersnatch just came out. Anyway, continuing. So, to wrap it up, because this is our New Year's Eve episode that we're releasing, what's a New Year's Eve resolution? Because DJ kept bringing it up in one of our podcasts. What's your New Year's resolution regarding the YouTube channel? For me, I want to get more videos out. I want to not only want to get back to a consistent release schedule with our Anime Dumpster Dive podcast, but I really enjoyed making my top 10 villains video. I really enjoyed making the shallow dives that I did, and I really want to get back into that. And I feel like I've become more comfortable in just speaking my mind and hopefully delivering some jokes, that I kind of just want to get out there and release other quality like videos.
My New Year's resolution in karate, I was gonna say go fast, eat ass, but he said regarding the YouTube channel. So then I can't do my normal New Year's resolution, which is the one I just said. My New Year's resolution regarding the podcast is to watch Dialogue Lover Season 2.
So he wants us to
I will
watch it.
murder you. I will murder you.
It's New Year's resolution. We gotta do it.
Yeah, we gotta do it. It's my New Year's resolution.
Murder you.
No, my New Year's resolution is to maybe this next year watch some of the animes not the night before. Just some of them.
Just let them sink in a little.
Yeah. I mean, it helps me remember stuff, but fuck, is it hard to watch an entire anime in one sitting when they're that bad?
How about you, Anthony?
Yeah, for me, I've had to go through some really crappy shit with my computer. I lost just about everything. I lost pictures, I lost videos, I lost everything that I had. So my goal this year is to, as Jake said, also release some quick, digestible videos. And I hope that I've got my computer where we're in working order. So that's my New Year's resolution. I'm going to set the bar low. Two
videos. All right.
2 videos.
And then what do you feel about Dialogue Lover Season 2? Just regarding New Year's resolutions and stuff. Like, how do you feel
better
about
get somebody to fill in, because I ain't watching that shit.
But Anthony, that make us have to make someone watch Season 1 of Diabolic Lover.
Ooh, and you wouldn't want to do that, because it would be one extra viewer for your favorite.
I'm not taking the bullet for
What
that.
if they like it, though?
Right.
We would have made a viewer. What if we get Jeff to watch Diabolic Lover Season 2 and he has to watch Season 1 and he goes, guys, best anime.
Jeff
And you
is a
ruined
sensible
Jeff.
man.
And you
Jeff
ruined
is
him.
a sensible man, and I know for a fact.
You know what I know for a
No
fact,
way.
Anthony? That he's
What?
not a sensible man, and neither is Kobe. All right, they're both maniacs. Okay, for not having me on their podcast. That's why they're maniacs. My goal, my New Year's resolution for next year is to take down the
DJ, go!
Anime Ricochet podcast because they won't let me on it. They won't have me on it. All right. I'll watch your podcast when you guys have an episode with me. How about that, you fuckers?
Well, what a way to end 2000.
I'm just kidding, guys. My resolution is to watch more of your podcasts. Guys.
Oh, there you go.
'Cause
That's
I
nice.
like it a lot.
Wholesome.
That's nice. That's a nice thing to say.
Well, that's
Kobe said I should watch the anime about ping pong. Kobe, that's my New Year's resolution, is watch that anime.
DJ has so many compared to me and Anthony are like, make more content. DJ's like, watch this. Take down the
this.
channel. Never mind, I don't want to take down the channel. I'm gonna watch this.
I'm going to copyright strike the
Putting
fuck
the
out
fear,
of it.
he's putting the fear of God into
He's
Kobe.
like, threaten my way onto a podcast.
Yeah.
Free, season 2, guys. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and you and
Yeah.
Jeff. Kobe.
Okay. So, what a way to end 2018. We watched some bad anime. We watched some good anime. And you know what, guys? I don't say this enough, but I really appreciate you guys going on these dives with me. It makes them a lot easier to digest, and it helps me get through the shit better than if I was doing it by myself. And I really appreciate you guys.
Well, I appreciate you too, Jake, and thank you for, you know what? No thanks. No thanks. You made me watch so much shit this year, you piece of shit.
Yeah. It's not happening.
I'm just kidding. No. You know, it wouldn't be an adventure if we weren't doing it as friends.
It fucking
And
sucks.
He's like, I hate you.
If Place Further Than the Universe is not a testament to that, then I appreciate that. So, Jake, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
You're good
They
at
are so
sitting.
bad.
Good at sitting.
They're
Good
so
job,
fucking
D.
bad. They're so bad, Jake.
I'm sorry.
Keep my New Year's resolution, Jake, for you, Jake, is to get worse ones.
Get worse ones. Make
Yeah.
it make it
Possible.
worse.
I don't think it's
No,
possible.
I like the dumpster diving with you guys. I dumpster dive a lot, and it's so much better with friends, you know. So
There it is. So that's the real find, right? The friendship
That's what I
we
call-
made along the way.
that's what I call the squirrels.
All right. Well, thank you so much for listening to this extra video that we did. Thank you to everyone who has stuck with us through this year or has joined us along the way this year. We really appreciate you. Hell, if you're feeling like it, leave your New Year's anime resolution down in the comments below. Thank you, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Get fucked, guys.
Couldn't leave on a Happy New Year.